Hey there, my beautiful Virgos. This is going to be a gift. It's a gift to Dr. V. In fact, we can all thank Dr. V for bringing this particular reading/ritual into being. Dr. V wrote me a question that was so touching about what happens when the people that you're working with aren't treating you fairly, or there's some kind of project that's stuck, that you are truly caught between a rock and a hard place because your creativity is being used and you could be paid more. You could be paid, right? Instead of having people cause you to distrust them. So today we're going to do a money message, and then as far as the ritual goes, we're going to be doing tapping. Tapping is what they call a somatic exercise where the body is assisted, and we need to help our body get rid of the tension and the frustration, and even our minds are controlled by the tightness of our body. So the EFT, or emotional freedom technique, that we'll be doing at the end is going to be a real key to opening up some doorways for you in September, where you can really expect a change from just altering how you think about things, okay? So with this, Dr. V, this reading, this ritual is, I'm just honoring you. You're like, what would I call it? The star of the hour. You're sitting in the spotlight. Thank you for bringing your question to me. And so many people are suffering with the same kinds of issues. I know that your question is going to bring an abundant blessing. So thank you for writing to me. Secondly, we have some symbols that I brought forward for the ritual. Number one, this is an artificial, it's not a real $1,000 bill, but it is in the same format as the US currency. So I really enjoy using it for any sort of money work. I have the 4 elements represented: fire, water with the seashells, air with the feather, and the citrine crystal for earth. I also am naming you, Virgo. You have been so good to me. You guys connect with my readings. You write to me. I really have a special affinity for Virgo. So thank you for being here. I'm going to be pulling 6 cards, 3 from the Golden Tarot, which is over here. I love this deck so much, you guys. It's prettier in person. Because these cards just are so golden and shiny, but I'm hoping you pick up on their vibrance during the reading. And then I'm using a deck called the Career and Life Oracle deck. And in this deck, I'm just going to pull 6 cards so that we get a real kind of an overview of how we can release ourselves from our frustrations and disappointments about money in the past. And then the last element I want to mention is this. You know how you can make a crystal grid? Well, this is like a money grid. What happened is I find pennies all the time. I think I found well over 200 pennies in the last 6 or 7 months. And most of them are at the railroad track, and it's so strange. But anyway, and then this is a piece of something. You can hear it's metal. I'm not sure what it is, but I found it, and I'm just being drawn to circles. They're portals. They're round. They're soft. Whereas the dollar bill is hard with the hard edges. So immediately I think of the divine positive, divine negative, divine feminine, divine masculine. What can we do to bring balance to those things? Okay, so with all those elements, with your willingness, I just want to bring my little sound here to tune us in for the reading. I hear myself talking quickly, and I want to slow my pace down. I want to be able to feed your soul with true hope in this time, okay? So setting our mind towards being open to what Spirit has for us. Let me just ring the chimes. Thank you. Thank you, Source. Thank you, God. You can use whatever you want, whatever word for the divine, because it all counts. Okay, so I'm just going to take away this. Oh, I forgot that's a dollar coin. And in our currency, it's very similar size to the quarter, so it didn't last for a long time. It was a momentary treasure. So I'm setting that aside. Okay, and now let's pull our cards. Take a couple of breaths. Thank you so much for being with me today, Virgo. I don't understand why y'all love me so much, but I feel loved. I feel the love. Okay, my friends, Virgo. Okay. What do you have for our friends today when it comes to money? What's the message you have for us before we do our tapping? Well, I guess the universe says we're going to do 4 cards, all right? Oh, sorry about that. I have something there. It shook me up a little bit. Look what showed up here with the Devil card, right? Okay, so I want to make sure you're going to be able to see these. And then there's one, I'm going to turn this one over. So this is the first one that fell. Ace of Cups. Let's see what we're going to do here. Oh yeah, this will work. Ace of Cups. And then the second one that fell is the Five of Swords. Okay, wow. So right away, look at this conflict. Here we have the Ace of Cups, overflowing goodness. So this could be when you get that job offer, you get that opportunity, and it just feels like, yes, this is it. I'm sure this is it. It's what I've been waiting for. And you really feel like the divine has provided it. It wasn't a coincidence. And you were expecting this outflow into your life, right? And then true life hits. It reminds me like if this were a love reading, where at first it's like this is the perfect person, but before long, the natural wear and tear of life really tears things apart. So there's a lot of stress here, and there's betrayals and defeat, and look at all the clouds in the sky. So that's what's currently really the situation, isn't it, Dr. V? And you guys hear me talking to Dr. V, that's because this is her reading. If you guys would like to have me do something like this for you, all you have to do is email me, no kidding, because I'm happy to read for you with the audience of all the rest of your birth sign, so that you are like an ambassador, a front runner, bringing this information to your own Virgo family, okay, or whatever sign you are. Now, these are the cards that came out. And so we have the Devil card. So let me just put this here. And then I just want to cover up for modesty's sake. This is a little turtle. But anyway, I'm just going to cover up anything that could be misinterpreted or it's just not appropriate. So I'm just going to bring over this penny. It's kind of, you know what? I was going to trade it for a shiny penny, but I'm seeing it with that, you know how it gets that patina on it? Whereas if you have a penny that's new, it's going to have more of a copper color to it like this. And so, but what I'm aware of today is that the people who are watching me right now, that you feel like this, that you once were a bright, shiny penny, and now life has just caked you with all of this patina that's dulls you and takes away your creativity. It takes away your desires to do things. And then if money leaks out of your life, see this water down here, and the money just disappears, it's hard not to suffer. So you're in the right place. We're going to tap our way through this. But right now, this devil is right where you are. Any of you who feel like you're being cheated. So you're sitting there feeling blameful. How can you not blame? It's not fair, for sure. The devil is right here trying to cause harm. However, what we have to remember is that there's always something you're not seeing. You're only seeing one side of this story, and there is definitely growth you can do. There's benefits to you to be in an uncomfortable situation. Often you don't know that till you move on. And then you see, oh my gosh, that was terrible there. As Abraham Hicks tells us, that the only way you can know what you do want is to experience what you don't want. So when it comes to money, if you feel like you have been cheated, if you feel like you could be paid better, if you feel like you're being devalued, guess what? You're right. But taking responsibility for your reactions, I'm touching my chest right now, I'm gesturing, for your own actions in the midst of all that, that is what you can adjust, okay? Now this card came out right next to the devil, so I'm not going to open it yet. I'm going to hold it for later, so I'm going to close the reading with it. I want to leave it in the energy though, so I'm just going to lay it here so you guys can, there it is. Okay, you don't have to see the whole card. There, okay. Now, if you're resonant with this reading, right now in the comments below say, this makes sense to me. Just write in the comments below, this makes sense to me. Okay. Or you could write, tell me more. There's nothing a teacher likes better than when her students say, tell me more. So now I'm going to draw these three, wow, these are very active cards. I'm drawing 3 cards around career and life. And we'll talk about those. And like I said, we will be doing a tapping session immediately following this reading. There will be a timestamp, so if you have to leave right now, you can come back and it'll be here for you. Okay. Here's our 3 cards. And again, we want to, oops, there's only 2 cards. Sorry. I got so excited to see the second one. Here's the third one. Okay, and this one moved, so I'm going to lay it here, and we'll do 2 cards for the bonus, and then we are going to be tapping so that what we'll do with tapping does for you is it will clear what it is that it is ready to be cleared right now. Okay. Okay. So first card, we have gifts. You are uncovering new talents that will land you new work and a better position. You could get more money with this deal. Now you guys, look where this is falling. So I'm feeling for you, Dr. V, and for the rest who are watching. It's true, isn't it? When you got this position, it was a gift, and you believed all of this. What that does is it creates a lot of momentum toward fate, towards trusting the circumstances more than you trust your heart, more than you trust your divine connection. Because in order to, harvest a crop, you need to be able to nurture and to learn deeply. Sometimes in a career, you will not get as much fruit from your first situation as you will later on. Sometimes we sacrifice ourselves because we accept things at work early on that are signs for us, trouble ahead. And I will tell you, I found this interesting piece of research that says that discord is when you don't get along with somebody, you don't feel real good about it. In average satisfying relationships, there is discord 70% of the time. 70% of the time in a normal relationship, the 2 people are what they call out of sync. That would mean that you feel like they don't get you. So think about that. That's true with the people at work. There's a lot of discord, and the research goes on to say that a happy situation stays happy because of the repair that happens after discord. I don't have time to teach all about that right now, but if you'd like to hear more about discord, put it in the comments below. Okay? So with this, all of this stress that's going on, the disappointment, can't you just see the pain? There has to be a winner and loser. I would say this is the opposite of teamwork. It's the opposite of teamwork. Brilliance, what? You discover your own genius by breaking away from the grind to follow your own inspiration. Your ideas bring recognition. So, as I was saying before, what we never can realize until hindsight is how very much we learn during upsetting times. We learn who our true friends are. We learn how brave we are about standing up for ourselves. We learn how to rely on Source. Some of us are overly masculine and we just have production on our mind 100% of the time. And some of us are over feminine on our energy, and all we want to do is lay on the couch and just relax. We want to be taken care of. We want to be soothed. And we all deserve that, but not all the time. So finding the way to plug in and balance those two energies is really going to help all of us. You're at your most brilliant when times are tough. The trouble is you can't really see it until hindsight. Okay, darling Virgos, this is really exciting. And Virgo, let's go forward here now and see what it is that this devil of a situation is teaching. And we have influence. Use your influence for change. You may do public speaking, social videos, or interviews. Your voice and opinions are important. Now, I do know for sure, Virgo, that when you started here, you had every right to think that your influence was going to be used. There's nothing inappropriate or out of line with you feeling like, hey, wait a second. It was a bait and switch. This is what I'm wanting. I want to change the world. And I was misled. Okay, so you're in the right place, Virgo. Okay, but over here, what we're seeing is that the gift in this is your opposition. The gift is your opposition. Without that opposition, you and I would not be together today. Whatever drew you to this reading, to remove a money block, to make a situation better, you wouldn't be here right now learning these things if you didn't take this position. So my thought is that part of you doesn't trust yourself because you did think it was a good idea, and you may have even talked it over with your friends, and they're like, yeah, this is great for you. Don't worry. This is fantastic. It could be that you just trusted God and you felt like God said, no, this is a hell yes, go for it. But as it's ended up, we have an issue, don't we? And it's caused you to lose your hope, to have your creativity suffer, and to lose your peace of mind, and even your relationship with the divine. Big deal. So let's take a look here at our bonus cards, and we have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is all about, I'm going to use the Three of Wands to cover up our friend the devil. What a nice way of sweeping away. Let's just put this here instead. The Three of Wands shows someone who's ready and prepared for a new journey. They have put some things behind them. They trust the divine has their back. When I look at these beautiful the colors here, and I'm seeing the red of the root chakra, your family values stepping to the plate. We have the green for the heart chakra. The blue is for the voice, the throat chakra, that as they walk into the future, this will not happen again. This person has learned so much. 3 ships out at sea, ready for a brand new adventure. Now, when that starts, that's up to you, because you can change your current situation with divine inspiration. There's no question. If there's a way for you to find an answer in a difficult situation, the only answer is Source, right? The only answer. So unless you're positive that it's time to physically walk out of your current situation, let's let yourself energetically enter this beautiful portal. Can you see that circle around these? I hope you can. There's a reflective circle in each of these. So let's open up our second card. Yes, for sure. I'm going to lay this card right on top of all that discord. What would be the opposite of discord? Harmony. right? 100%. And so taking a journey towards harmony, how can you find harmony right now so that you carry it with you back to the next opportunity? Let's read it. Harmony. It's important for you to have a quiet, peaceful work atmosphere in order for you to thrive. Working at home or for yourself is best. Many people would love to have that opportunity. But the thing I can guarantee you is that when you're by yourself at home, there's just as much opportunity for this kind of stuff as you can imagine. You can't believe it, but it's true. It could be a noisy neighbor. It could be that your internet goes off. It could be that your business people don't treat you right. And it could be you don't get paid, right? So don't get fooled that if you hide out at home, this is all better. No. If we take to the journey to bringing harmony with us wherever we go, this is what your true brilliance was all about, my friend. And as we cover up those two cards right there that have caused you stress, look what's left here. The Ace of Cups, that fresh start, harmony going forward in the workplace, the strength from the angels and guides saying, this is time, stand up and walk. Leave what's behind you to be behind you. You are going to be uncovering new gifts. Your brilliance will be acknowledged, and you are that change agent that you always want to be. Okay? So, Dr. V, how can we thank you enough for bringing this issue for our September reading? I just so appreciate you. And the rest of you Virgos, give Dr. V a hug. Hold her in your heart. Here we can lift each other up. If you want to leave a comment and just mention, I'm having this same issue. Could you please add me? And we will. In the comments below, just put in there, I can relate to this 100%, I'm in. And or you might want to just put a heart emoji and then a money emoji, right? Whatever you want to do to grab this energy and take it with you. Now, if you have never done tapping before, you're in for a treat. The easiest thing for tapping is, hang on a second. The easiest thing about tapping is you cannot do it wrong. It doesn't matter. And you'll see that as we go forward. Right now, those of you who are familiar with tapping, I did add an image to the I'd added an image over there on the community. I'm sorry, I posted it that shows where the tapping spots are. But if you're a newcomer, there's only two that you really need. One, we're going to tap on the side of the hand. We call that the karate chop point. And I use all four fingertips. And then the second one is just the inner wrists. We're just going to tap them together ever so gently. And I may ask you to tap your shoulders at some point. But as you go along, if all you do is simply say these statements after me while you're squeezing your hands together, it will be enough to bring that energy deep into your core. All right, are you ready? Let's all take a breath. Have a sip of my water. And let's go for it. You know what? I'm just sensing something first. I just want to bring our portal. I think I'll put it right here and put my penny back. And just ask you just to gaze at the portal as we do the tapping going in. Okay? Side of the hand, just like this. Just repeat after me. And I have to thank Brad Yates, who taught me so much about tapping. I love how he always starts. Taking responsibility for my own well-being. Good. Even though there's a part of me that is heartbroken and disappointed about what has happened, there's another part of me that is ready for change. And even though those two parts are in conflict, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And even though there's a part of me that feels afraid to trust again, I'm just getting a huge lump in my throat, so I wouldn't be surprised if somebody listening right now had the same feeling. That's just energy working its way out of your system. Take a sip of water, keep tapping. Even though a part of me is heartbroken about what has happened, there's another part of me that is very curious about repairing discord. And even though those are conflicting ideas, disconnected, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself and anyone else who has added to this heartbreak. Okay, good. Now we're going to go to the eyebrow point again. Either tap your wrists together or follow along with the tapping points on the eyebrow, right where the eyebrow meets the bridge of the nose. This is awful. Side of the eye. I've always had my dream at the heart of what I do. Underneath the eye. I want to change the world. Underneath the nose. I know my ideas can make a difference. Chin. I trusted these people. Collarbone. They made promises to me. Rib point. They signed contracts with me. Underneath the arm. They promised to pay me well. On the top of the head. And they lied. Eyebrow. I'm just going to say that if you can't say this, don't. But if you can, just repeat it, even if you're not sure it's correct, okay? On the eyebrow, the truth is I'm furious. Side of the eye, I'm so angry. Underneath the eye, what they did wasn't fair. Underneath the nose, and I'm trapped. On the chin, no matter what I do, it gets deeper. Collarbone, I don't know how to get out of this situation. And the rib point, it's not fair. Underneath the arm, it's just not fair. Top of the head, how can I possibly get out of this situation? When you're tapping the top of the head, use all 4 fingers and just tap in that little circle. Okay, just pause for a moment, take a breath, let your body relax. Good. If at any point the emotion gets too strong for you, you can stop talking and just listen and think the statements in your mind as if you were speaking them, okay? All right, let's go back to the eyebrow point. I sure want to believe what I'm hearing. Side of the eye. It makes me feel hopeful. Underneath the eye. And I sense calmness. Underneath the nose. I do want a fresh start. Chin. And I want to believe that source is enough. Collarbone. I want to believe like I used to. Rib point. I want to trust people again. Underneath the arm. I want to be able to create for the benefit of others. Top of the head. But I need money to live also. Eyebrow. I think I've been confused. Side of the eye. About how my creativity can be a product. underneath the eye. Sometimes it's hard to imagine paying myself underneath the nose for what I do. Chin, just because it's so much fun and I love it. Collarbone. But the truth is, I've deserved my fair share. Rib point. I am a great resource underneath the arm. And sharing my knowledge is extremely priceless. Top of the head. My knowledge is priceless. Eyebrow. My creativity is priceless. Side of the eye. My heart is precious. Underneath the eye. And all I need, underneath the nose, is to plug into my divine energy. Underneath the mouth. Being plugged into divine energy, collarbone, will light up my world first. Rib point, and then expand everywhere. Underneath the arm. It's true, some bad things have happened. The top of the head. It's also true that better things are ahead. Okay, good. You've done so well. So now we're just going to relax the body for a second. Take a sip of water and a couple of breaths. And then we're just going to close. We're going to seal and close the reading with the ending ritual. Okay, so tapping on the center of your chest. Repeat after me. I release to the cellular level any old vows and promises that I've taken, or that anyone has taken in my family line, of poverty, service, or submission. And I release them right now, because they no longer serve me. I release to the cellular level any old beliefs that I've been carrying around that are simply no longer true. I release to the core of my being any self-doubt or lack of confidence that's ready to go right now. And one more. I release to the cellular level any words I've spoken to myself that have been cruel or unkind when it comes to me and money. Great. Now lay your palm right on your chest, right where you were just tapping. And as if your palm was breathing into your heart, let's take a couple of deep breaths. Great if you can release a sigh and just feel the vibration. Good. And now repeat after me. Just leave your hand right where it is on your chest. I am so grateful and relieved now that I can see a light at the end of the tunnel. Look at our light. I am so happy and thankful now that I know I can plan my future. Good. One more. I am overwhelmingly joyful and appreciate deeply all the things that Spirit is doing to bring this shift in my money now. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful money ritual, Virgo. Go forth and prosper. Be sure to write me at patternbreakertarot@gmail.com. Let me know how this ritual struck you. And if you want to be the star of a ritual from the future, all you have to do is let me know, because we are all in this together. Not everybody knows what you know, but some people need it, okay? Loving you from over here in Tennessee. We'll see you at the next reading.